FTX crashes, Sam Bankman-Fried files for bankruptcy, and all the crypto markets, every single crypto is down. It depends on what coin you're holding, but maybe from 20% to 80%. Sorry, FTT and Solana holders. And here's a summary of what happened in lizard brain terms. Sam Bankman-Fried is the owner of an exchange called FTX. It's number 2 exchange in the world, roughly top 3, but number 2 probably. A guy named CZ is his direct competitor, and he's the owner of Binance. Now, SBF be talking that ish out in the streets, okay? He's gossiping behind CZ's back, going to all these regulators, talking bad about CZ, and CZ's not having that. So what CZ does is he says, I'm gonna sell my FTT token, okay? I don't like it anymore. We're not supporting them. I'm completely selling. Now, this is what's unique about the crypto markets is that we do not trade on fundamentals. We trade on opinion. We just trade on the opinion of people on these fundamental projects. So what ends up happening is just because CZ put out that tweet, the price of FTT token plummets, okay? It actually goes down. Now, this is a big problem because the exchange FTX uses FTT as the token as collateral. They lock up their tokens, or all they have is FTT. They don't really have a lot of other tokens, and so they have other assets like Solana or whatever, and their other branch company Alameda Research is also using the FTT token. So when FTT token drops, FTX and Alameda Research, they don't have any money anymore. Now what happens is the FTX customers, they see CZ posting about this and they don't like it. They're like, oh my goodness, he's gonna be dropping all of his coins. So they want to withdraw all of their money out of FTX. Well, FTX say this is the bowl of money that they have, liquidity, right? They should be here. They should be up to that line. They should have enough funds to pay out all of their customers, but they don't. Their actual liquidity is here, and it's shrunk even more because the FTT token has dropped in price. So FTX becomes unable to pay out their customers, okay? So what SBF does is he froze all the assets, or he froze all the ability for any customers to withdraw from FTX. Now, what CZ does is he comes in like the white knight, even though he set them on fire, and he says, okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy you and I'll bail you out. Well, it turns out it wasn't that easy, because the second that he was starting to just do some due diligence on the company, they were like, no, this is all bunk. This is not happening. We're not doing any of that. And that's what happened in the last 3 or so days in the crypto market. This has been completely crazy. And the sad reality is you and me suffer extreme losses because these billionaires are going at it. These crypto giants are toe to toe with each other, trying to bankrupt each other. And one remains the winner. It is CZ. And that's basically what happened in the last few days. The crypto world has just been on fire because these two juggernauts have been going at it. CZ is standing at the top right now. But what does that mean for you and me? And in this video, I want to go over 5 things that I'm learning in this crypto world that I just want to talk to someone about it. And if you want to talk with me, I'd love to hear your comments down in the section below. My first realization is that centralized exchanges are playing touch butt with your and my money. They're creating a coin with no value, pump up the price, use it as collateral, spread it out to a lot of different people and borrowing their assets, and then now they have a fake valuation on their company. So when things go south and the market comes crashing down, they have no money to pay out any one of their customers. They're playing these crazy games with each other, and what I've come to learn is that I am never using centralized exchanges again. They are not safe. I mean, FTX was the number 2 crypto exchange in the world. This is a clip of Michael Saylor and his thoughts on what happened with FTX, and I think he points it out pretty clearly here.
I think this week highlights the virtues of Bitcoin as much as it exposes the fragility of the crypto ecosystem. Bitcoin's a commodity you can self-custody without an issuer. The vast majority of all the crypto tokens out there are unregistered securities trading on unregulated exchanges, and they're fairly centralized. And so what could go wrong? Well, we saw what could go wrong if a centralized token trading on an unregistered exchange blows up this week. I think that the Bitcoiners have been predicting this for a long time. Speaking for all the Bitcoiners, we feel like we're trapped in a dysfunctional relationship with crypto, and we want out.
out because these centralized exchanges are just playing these games. And the way to get out is cold storage, your own wallet, your own keys, and playing on DeFi, playing on these decentralized exchanges. Of course, Michael Saylor would say buy Bitcoin as well. So I bought Bitcoin at 18K and 16K, and it was the biggest positions that I was taking during this dip. And you could do it too. You could buy Bitcoin. You could get used to getting off those centralized exchanges and going and using DeFi. The reality is you and I have to take care of ourselves. Voyager, Celsius, and FTX customers will all say the same thing, is that they are victims of these juggernauts playing games, touch butt games with each other. Number two is that regulation is sorely needed, and I'm going to hear back from Michael Saylor about this thought.
Look, I think the industry needs to grow up, and the regulators are coming into this space. And what the world wants is it wants digital assets and digital commodities and digital securities, but there's no way to register a digital security. There's no clear guideline or roadmap for designating a digital commodity. The world wants $1 trillion of digital currency in the form of the USD stablecoin. And so I think that the regulatory intervention of late has been all negative, like enforcement. But the marketplace is waiting for the regulators to say, this is how you register a digital currency. This is how you register a digital security or a digital commodity. And instead of saying all the crypto exchanges should register, we need to get the crypto exchanges registered because the future of the industry is registered digital assets trading on regulated exchanges where everyone has the investor protections they need, and the investors in general understand the difference between Bitcoin and a stable coin and a security token.
Investor protections are needed, reserves are properly needed, proper monitoring of reserves are needed on these exchanges, proper and regulated handling of money is needed, and when regulation does come in, everyone will be safer as long as they know the difference between Bitcoin, stablecoin, and a securities token. That is truly when big money will roll in, and I think that's when we'll get a bull market back. Number three, the crypto space is more volatile than a blue-haired liberal arts teacher named Starshine. This whole thing was because CZ and Sam Bankman-Fried could not get along, and CZ set it off with one tweet. One arrow shot directly at Sam Bankman-Fried's exposed neck. FTX is insolvent, Sam Bankman-Fried is filing for bankruptcy, and you and I are witnessing the collapse and burning of the crypto markets. And that's just internal strife in the crypto world. You still have external strife like macroeconomic events like war, supply chains, inflation, interest rate hikes, all doing downward pressure on the crypto markets, guys. Crypto is such in a volatile state right now, just be careful. Number four, buying the dip is scary, and selling at the top is very scary as well. You get this FOMO, you're like, I'm gonna miss out on more gains. It's contrary to human psychology. When you see something going down, you don't want to buy that sinking ship. It looks like a sinking ship, and why would you want to buy this thing? But that's exactly when you gotta gut check yourself and be like, okay, I gotta buy in. And now you don't have to buy in big, okay? You just have to buy in just a little bit, just to get that FOMO or that fear just out of the way, especially if it's rising to the top. If it's going up, you don't want to buy, you want to sell, and maybe you don't want to sell all of it, you just sell a little bit. Work in your percentages, 10, 20, 50% or whatever. You don't have to bet the farm on every one of these things. And I know you want to be rich, but you are not entering into the crypto space as a gambler, you're entering into it as an investor, so act like it. And I'm really just trying to remind myself of these truths, okay? Because I'm going to look back on this video and be like, oh, Aaron, you were onto something here. You need to relearn this lesson every single time you buy and sell. Profit is still profit. You don't have to go full gorilla. Don't act like a gambler, act like an investor, and take the small profits off the table so that you are surviving. And finally, number five, I have not seen anyone who uses TA call this event. This is probably like a black swan event, but it seems like these things are happening more often now. And every TA guy will say they called it. Every TA guy said, well, we saw the break to the bottom. Look at these descending wedges and look at this trend line, blah, blah, blah. But the reality is they gave two scenarios, one going up and one going down, and they clip out the one that's going down. They say, oh yeah, I told you I called it. And it sounds silly to me, okay? And this is no shade to my TA friends, because I got a lot of friends that use TA, all right? This is not shade to you. But this is something I observe and trying to register for myself, is that I got to use TA and fundamentals and a general macro narrative to see what's really happening here. I got to keep my ear to the streets and listen to a whole bunch of these things, because as far as I can tell, the only person who called any of this out was BitBoy Crypto. Anyway, thank you for listening to my thoughts on the aftermath of the last 48 hours. I'm just learning about crypto and learning how to trade just like you. And if you want to know more about my story, check out this video down below on how I lost it all and my plan to get it all back. And if you want to see more videos from me, hit the subscribe button, give me a like on this video to help me conquer the YouTube algorithm. Love to see you in the Discord. We call that the Saloon. The link's down in the description below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.